Hello and welcome to issue 58 and 59 of Building This DeLorean, and I really wish I could be saying issue 58 has the iconic flux capacitor, but I can't. Even though it does have the flux capacitor, you can see there's the front of it there. Eaglemoss dropped the ball on it. I wish I could. I'm not going to take it out the packaging because I am going to get a custom one, as I explained in the last video, because that part there does not match images I've seen or the film at all. There's screw holes in the front of it which are not on the actual thing. There's a picture already here, you know, for reference. And the lighting, it doesn't flux. You can't have a flux capacitor that doesn't flux. So I'm actually going to be looking at issue 58 in this video because I'm getting a new flux capacitor in. I will be throwing up a custom video when that arrives, whenever that will be. So it's going to be flux capacitorless for the time being, but I am going to be looking at what comes in issue 59, which are more bulkhead parts. So I'm going to clear the deck and look at those issues. Okay, so here we have the bulkhead as we left it last time. Yeah, still loving that gold on silver. And the first part that we will need this time is this cable here. Now it is the longer of the two black cables that we get in this issue. And what we need to do first is attach these purple connectors around the tube, and they come in their own little bag because they are so small. So you just push them into the tube, I guess. Well, there we go. Oh, it's not wanting to go down any further, but it needs to. Let's try the other side. Nope, it's not happy. I wonder if this one's smaller. No, they do go on here, but it's going to take some force, so I'm going to do this off camera. Be right back. Cool, I tell you, that was no mean feat. This wire is just slightly too thick for the holes, so much so that what I recommend doing is getting the smaller of the screwdrivers that we have and just carving away first on that side and then on the other side of these purple parts so that the wire actually goes through. It is a very tight fit and it looks like that when it's all done. It is no mean feat, so just be wary of that. And then what you need to do is position them for these two holes, and you just pop them in there like that. And they will go in place like that. In fact, this will need a little bit of glue, so just a small amount will do to stop them popping off. Come on. There we go. Don't need much at all with this stuff. It's super strong. This new Loctite glue I'm using for the Thunderbird 2. And just push them in there. There we go. Already it's set. Looking great. Now this wire goes all the way around here and will go into this kind of air conditioning speaker type unit, which looks really nice. Can't say I've ever noticed it on the DeLorean myself, but obviously it's there. Otherwise it wouldn't be a part. This wire obviously will pop on there. So obviously like that, and then this other wire goes into the other end. Oops. Like so. And you've got the two wire. Maybe it is an air conditioning unit or a cooling down instrument panel for all these parts that we've got and all the parts that, you know, Emmett Brown has added. So what you need to do is, you see there's a little peg there. Actually, I think I might have got this the wrong way around. Oh no, I don't think so. There's a little peg there for that little peg, and then these two screw holes. And you just line everything up and then flip it over and screw it in with two AP screws. There we go. That is that air conditioning unity bit all done. This wire does seem very long. I guess it just overhangs the bottom of the bulkhead. Oh, hold on 1 cotton pick a minute. I think I've done this wrong. I've attached these wires wrong. That's okay. So take that out and take that out. This long wire goes from these annoying little purple parts around and into the bottom there, along the bottom, and then this wire attaches onto the furthest hole away. Or is it the nearest hole? Let me just have a look at the instructions. Of course, it's tough to decide because the flux capacitor isn't installed, so I don't know which one of those two to attach it onto. I think it's the nearest one, so I'm going to go with the nearest one to it, and then this pops over that hole. Oh, I see why the instructions told us to do this one first before you screw it on. It all makes sense now. Okay, got it. So we'll go in there like that, but of course this will be bending round so that it doesn't get in the way of the flux capacitor. All these are going to be left loose till I do attach my flux capacitor, because inevitably the things will change when you add different things. But yeah, that is essentially what it needs to look like. Looking very cool indeed. Maybe this is to cool down the flux capacitor, who knows. I don't even know why I think it's a fan, but it is, in my mind. Okay, now, okay. There are a few more parts here that can be added on. These 2 green lights are to go here, which is that part, because it will shine green. Now you can push them in if you want to. I still haven't modified this at all, but those green lights will go in there, and then that will attach on there. In the custom video I'm going to be uploading when I get the flux capacitor, I'll be looking at this part as well, so I'm going to leave these out for now. Crikey, when they're in, they're in. Leave them out for now. There is this pipe as well, but that goes in and around the flux capacitor as well, so I'm going to leave that. And then these parts here are for the wiring, which I'm not yet going to use. So I did say last time that there will be a bit of a weird order going on with mine, and there is, because that is my bulkhead all done. You see, all of these holes are for flux capacitor stuff, and all of these holes are for the indicator stuff, and I'm going to be modding them. So for the time being, this is the bulkhead all done. In this issue it does say attach it to the main interior, but because I'm still going to be working on it, I'm not going to do that. And luckily the next parts don't actually require the interior, which is pretty cool. And speaking of next parts, they are awesome. That's all I'm going to say. For those of you who know, you know. But the next parts are awesome. So I hope you will join me for the next video to check out these fantastic parts. I can't wait to get started on them. Until then though guys, take care. Bye bye. I just want to thank my patrons John Medney, Jay Felschenbauer, Tom Butcher, Jerry Wilson, Omar Khan, Gary Lewis, Simon Edwards, John Dunseith, Glenn Philo, Andrew Woods, Fabio Gugel, Simon Dunn, Brick Bardo, Thomas Parker, David Cunningham, Mark Frampton, Louis Pays, Terry Schwanditz, Donovan Asmawid Jaja, James Brown Jr., The Mitatonic University Podcast, Dave Westbury, Michael Chambers, Marcus Simon, Vince Steele, Savigny Barrett, and Flash. Without you guys, this video would not have been possible and this channel would be dead, so thank you very much.